So now what you have created, ladies and gentlemen, is your first end-to-end lineup. You'll have the visuals that you want to show. You'll have the voice, which in this case was my voice since it was a vlog, it's there in the background. You'll also have placed the music track. Now a very important thing to do after this is to add what is called the sound effects. Now sound effects can make or break a good impact on your video. So what is sound effects? Sound effects is actually the sound of an object as you see an action happening on screen. Say for instance, if you've seen some movies, there are times when you see the hero or heroine walking, right? They are walking down a corridor, it's night. So in the background, you'll hear footsteps, talk, 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 talk. That person is walking, correct? So this is something that is called sound effects. Now this is actually most of the times not something that is recorded during shoot. You can actually add this during your editing to enhance the overall effect. See, if you even look at the vlog that I made, there's this part where a car sort of passes. So there's this lady sitting inside a cab, so that's my wife actually, and there's a car that passes in the background. So I wanted to add sound effects to make it a bit more believable that the audience is actually there in the moment as it was happening. So what I'll do is I'll just go on to YouTube again and say in this case I put car moving SFX. I'll go with car driving SFX. So again some ads. So this car driving sound effects I can just get on YouTube. So I'll just listen to the one that looks more realistic, and it can be a variation of things. You can put in any number of things and it will give you a sound effect. So this is a car driving effect. I actually wanted to place this over a shot where there is a shot of view of the car dashboard as the car is moving. I wanted to add some sound to actually give that feeling of audience being inside the car. So what I do is if you have YouTube downloader or something, you just go and click on it and you'll get the audio file. You can download an MP3. So yes, once this audio file is there, it will show up in your downloads. Then I just do a download video. Yeah. So on your Windows, you'll of course have a set up how you generally download. So you just do that, and these files are not too heavy. It will be very small, some 1 MB, 2 MB. That will be the file size. So yes, so over here I just drag this sound into my timeline. I won't click the import button and search because it's just a very small file. So here I type car driving on concrete. So car driving on concrete is a very specific sound. So because in my shot the car is actually traveling on the road. So it makes sense to just have a bit of that concrete feel. So see over here, there's also a website you can try called soundj.com, and that has a lot of sounds. There are others like Audio Jungle, Premium Beat. You can try a lot of royalty-free websites, and they have a lot of good quality sound effects. So you can pick up sound effects from that. So yeah, so over here I've got the sound effect. So I'll just open my timeline. I'll open the place where my sound effect is and I'll just drag it in. So I won't go for the import thing since it's a very short file. And now just like we selected the OK takes, I'll listen to it and pick out the part where I think the audio works best. So yeah, so this bit, the audio was good. So I'll just drag it and place it at the point where it makes sense. So yeah, over here it'll have to come a bit later. So what I'll do is I'll trim this. I'll keep the part that works and I'll take it onto a separate timeline because I'll have to adjust it. So yeah, so I'll just move it down. So in this case, I'll just probably need to trim it a bit more. So this bit I knock off, and yeah, okay, so it's adjusted in one layer. So yeah, so I'll bump it down. If not, I'll just keep it there, but I'll increase or decrease the volume depending on clarity. So over here you see that it's slightly lower. There's that middle line, so now I'll increase it. I'll see whichever combination works, because it doesn't have to be too loud. It's just a very subtle thing to show that audio is moving. So over here, very important. So in this shot, you see there's a car going in the background. So that car passing, I can just keep it the way it is, but if I add a audio of a car actually passing, it makes it really believable for the audience, and they like right there when it happens. So I'll just open up YouTube and type car passing sound effect. So yeah, immediately it'll give you a lot of options. You can just keep listening, pick out the one that works best. So yeah, so this one works for me. I feel it works. So I just type SS YouTube and then save from net, and then yeah, I just paste the link here, and then it will automatically give me the link to download. So if you notice, it'll here from here I'm downloading MP4, but when I'm taking it onto my timeline, iMovie in this case just realizes that all I need is the audio, because there's already video there, so it'll not pick up the video. So see here, I just got the audio here, and I just select that bit, just like we select the OK takes. I select the bit that works for me, and then I'll place it. And the placement here is important, because I'll need to place it exactly at the point where the car is passing for it to have the best effect. Because if I place it a bit before, after, people will know that okay, there was something wrong. So I'll have to that sort of a sound I'll have to keep exactly where the car is actually passing. And over here, yeah, you see that there's a slight overlap in my voice and the passing. So I'll have to be very careful in keeping the audio levels right. So I reduce this drastically, because I'm already speaking there. So I don't want the message to actually be muffled. So yeah, there I have it. So its audio is very low, but at the same time, the audience can register, right, that there's a car that passed. So that is how I go on to add SFX to my film. Over here is the next SFX I'll add, which is which, if you've seen that video, it's the, so I'll just review it once. So there's the car moving, car passing, yeah, and now I'll put the Eagles SFX. So this, if you've seen the video, that's what I'll do next.